Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I posted a video where I fixed age-related stiffness with one move in 2 minutes. And you guys went bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. So naturally, I just started wondering if I could do something more extreme. What if I took that same concept, releasing fascia, unlocking the body, and did it with more movements in less time? So today, you are officially deleting that phrase, "I don't have time to exercise," from your life. 90 seconds, 3 movements, full body unlock. So the question is, could it even work? I genuinely don't know. So I'll test it on myself right now. And now I'm here either to impress you or embarrass myself on camera. Well, let's find out. And you know what? I'm adding another challenge to this. No jumping, and for the last movement, I can only move my head. Okay, so let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body so we can figure out the moves that your body craves. Because most people think stiffness is a muscle problem and think, I need to stretch or I need to be more flexible. And I get it. Most fitness professionals are always telling people to just stretch it out. Feel tight? Stretch. Back hurts? Stretch. Car won't start? Stretch. Got called sir or ma'am by someone with a mustache that hasn't fully grown in yet? Stretch. But the real issue isn't your muscles, it's your fascia. Think of fascia like plastic wrap your mom used to cover your leftovers in the fridge. It surrounds every single muscle in your body, and when you're young, the plastic wrap is loose, hydrated, and happy. After 40, it starts to behave like plastic wrap that went through the microwave by accident. Tight, crinkled, and stuck to itself. And that's that glued feeling. Not your age, your fascia being dramatic. But before we get to the moves, I need data so I can serve you guys better in the future. What kind of content are you looking for? Let me know in the comments. Type 1 for joint-friendly movements, Type 2 for jumping and dynamic movements, or Type 3 for both. I'm sorry, we didn't get your response. Please try again. Sorry about that. I still need to reprogram my robot clone to sound more human. But anyway, let's get to the part that nobody explains. After 40, your body produces less hyaluronic acid, and this molecule keeps your fascia hydrated and slippery. And now, today's exercises are sponsored by less hyaluronic acid, made possible by time, gravity, and poor life choices. But in all seriousness though, less of this molecule means that your fascia dries out, and dry fascia is stiff fascia. All right, challenge time, 90 seconds, 3 movements. Let's see if this actually works. Oh yeah, 0 equipment, and you can do this in your pajamas. Actually, please do it in your pajamas. Own it. Movement 1, the spinal wave. So what we're going to do first is we're going to stand about hip width apart from here. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to tuck our chin. And I want you to think you're kind of doing the dance move back in the day called the worm. So what we're going to do is we want to think moving each individual vertebrae going all the way up and all the way down. So think you're moving each individual vertebrae as you're doing the movement. And remember, we want it to be nice and fluid. So from here, chin, boom, we're going to start to round through T-spine, 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 lumbar, and then now we're going to go ahead and go into extension through T-spine and lumbar, doing a little bit of a wave, chin up, down, up, rounding, up. And you're going to do this for about 30 seconds. I know, you look like a happy question mark in pajamas, but that's okay. Keep going. So after exercise 1, I know it did feel kind of weird the first time when I ended up doing it, but the more I ended up doing it, the easier it felt to kind of just move each vertebrae standing up. I'm used to being able to do that on cat camel when we're on the tabletop and then just doing that individually that way, but doing it standing up for the first time was actually pretty darn cool. So movement number 2, hip circles or hula hips. Now I want you to think when we're doing this movement, we're going to be standing about hip width apart here, and same rules apply. What we're going to do is we want to make sure that we're getting into the rhythm of it and staying loose while we're doing the movement. So essentially, we're going to place our hands on our sides, and I want you to think you're doing like a hula hoop, or kind of like this happy bee. Remember, if a bee can do it, you can do it too. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to start doing some circles now, and then we're going to go ahead nice, slow, and controlled as we're doing the circles. We're going to do 5 one way, 5 the other way. Try to have the movement feel as smooth as possible as you're doing the movement, moving the hips, doing some fun circles like you're in a hula hoop or you're that happy bee. This pumps synovial fluid into your hip joints, the natural lubricant your hips need every morning. Hips got no fluid? You'll get grinding. More fluid. Your hips glide like a rapscallion or miscreant at 30. Exercise 3, the neck release. And remember, this is the challenge where I can only move my head. One thing that might surprise you is you won't realize how tight your neck is until it's not. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to stand here shoulder width apart. And then all we're going to do is we're going to bring our right ear to our right shoulder. And we're going to take 4 deep breaths. So as we're taking these breaths, we should feel a nice good stretch on our other side here on our left side. Nice stretch through our neck and our trapezius. And then from there, 4 deep breaths. Then we switch to the opposite side. 90 seconds and done. And for the record, yes, it worked. Challenge accepted, challenge completed. So after exercise 2, the hula hips, I did notice as I was doing the movement the first time, definitely felt some sticking points going to my left side, but the more I ended up doing the circles, the easier it was to move through those sticking points. And all in all, my hips felt great afterwards. So after exercise 3, the neck release, I did notice that my neck was actually pretty darn tight too. So it looks like I have actually a fairly limited range of motion while I'm doing the movement, but as I took those deep breaths, it did feel like things were starting to loosen up. And after I completed both sides in 30 seconds, all in all, it feels pretty good. Now, why does this go beyond just feeling less stiff? Because fascial restriction doesn't stay in one place. Tight fascia in your lower back pulls on your hips. Tight hips change how you walk. That changes how your knee loads. And suddenly you have knee pain from a tight back. Your body is connected in one chain. A knot upstream creates pain downstream. And that 90-second sequence addresses the whole chain, not just where it hurts.
Woke up feeling 70 in a 45-year skin. Every step was rusty, every stretch was paper thin. Like my body's wrapped in plastic, tangled up inside. Then 90 seconds changed the way I move, the way I rise. Raise the spine, let the old aches go. Circle the hips, let the rivers flow. I'm unglued, I'm alive again. Neck turns easy like it's way back then. Turns out time didn't steal my youth. I was just stuck and now I'm breaking through.
So remember, stiffness is not your age. It's a signal, and now you know how to answer it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that like button and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content to come. And for all those who are subscribed already, thank you. You guys are amazing. But now, you've taken care of your fascia, so let's keep those joints well oiled and lubricated, so check out this video.